Going on YouTube? My name's Surreal. Welcome to my channel where we keep it real. So today I'm going to do something a little different. Still doing a music reaction, but today I'm going to be reacting to Devvon Terrell, Too Expensive. Little background on this. I've been listening to Devvon Terrell and Futuristic since I don't know, maybe like 4 or 5 years ago. And they were doing a lot of stuff together, like Coast to Coast and stuff like that. And a couple months ago, he put out a video that scared a lot of his viewers, where he said that he was going to stop doing music. Which I think I stopped listening to him in Futuristic for a while, and this was the first video that I'd come back to. Like I was curious about what they were doing. I had seen a little bit of Futuristic stuff, but I came back to go check out Devvon Terrell, and the day I came back, he had posted this video, and I was really concerned because he said he was going through a lot. I didn't know if he was, what was going on in his life. And then shortly following, he had put out a video saying that he needed all his fans' help for stuff. And now he's gone from, if you've listened to any of his music with Futuristic or any of his older music, he's done like a lot of the upbeat, like super fast music. He was on track with Futuristic and Tech Nine, and he was just spitting real fast. He's one of those kinds of rappers, and since his video where he said he was going to stop music, he has continued doing music. In the last month or so, he's put out 6 videos. Looks like he puts out one every week for the last like 6 weeks. And so I figured, to try and help him out, I'd do a reaction, maybe help try and put some shine on him. He also has a second channel where he helps. It's called Help Me Devvon. And he has videos like instructing how to like do mix and masters, how to there's one where it's like how to mix the drum and the snare and stuff like that. So he seems to be a very down-to-earth kind of guy, very cool. So I figured we would check out his newest song that came out a couple days ago. I'll have the link down in the description so you can check it out yourself. The last 5 videos have been labeled as visual representations. So it would be like him doing like one action, and it's like tunified, I guess you could say. Like it's not just like a live video like this. It's, I don't know, like the color is changed weird, so it looks kind of cool. So I am already subscribed and got that bell ringing for him. I'm gonna like the video, and we are going to check this out. So this is Devvon Terrell, Too Expensive.
Well, how long is it?
How long is what?
You know what?
Oh, I'm sure I said it before, but just to reiterate, just in case I didn't say it. So the last 6 videos, he hasn't really been doing the spit and stuff. It's been like lo-fi kind of beats and real just kind of melancholy, I guess would be the proper word. So here we go.
How long is it since we've seen each other?
Oh, well, let's see. I spent 6 weeks in Reno, then Bermuda, about 4 months, I guess.
Drunk up my emotion, and I'm not seeing straight right now. Maybe I should head home, 'cause you gon' want another drink in a minute. Running out of money, shawty, 'cause the way that my account set up, and you can't just throw it in a bag. I don't got it like that.
So he's saying, he's getting into his emotions and want to hang out with her, but she's just going to want another drink, but he doesn't have the money like he used to. He can't just put it all in a bag. The saying goes, go get your bag. He just doesn't have it like that anymore.
Real talk, man, this girl I adore her. I want her back. I don't got it like that. Real talk, man, this girl I adore her. I want her back, but I know I can't afford her. I would never say it out loud, but I know that she knows she's expensive.
So again, reiterating, she's saying, there's a girl that he really likes, but she's too expensive for him. There's some girls out there who are too high maintenance. There's things that they need on a daily basis, or there's like some girls who need like hundreds of dollars worth of makeup, and they're expecting their significant other to pay for all of it. Which, like, personally, I'm cool with a girl who's high maintenance if they can afford it themselves, or if they only need like a little bit of help. I prefer women who are independent. Myself, I'm not going to go out and spend half my paycheck on you when you should be spending half your paycheck on yourself. Like, I shouldn't be obligated to spend money on you. So there it is. Yeah, so he's like, I don't mind going thrifting, going to the thrift store. Macklemore, got $20 in my pocket, I do too, personally. Like, I'll go out and buy expensive stuff on rare occasion. I just bought a pair of Air Force Ones not too long ago. Those are the most and probably only expensive pair of shoes I've ever bought. Otherwise, I'll go to like Walmart or Goodwill or something, or like slippers. If I go to Walgreens for something, I got these slippers I'm wearing right now. Super comfy. It was like $10 at Walgreens. I kinda like going thrifting. If I get it for the low, your business, yeah. Whoa, my God, what's the price on that? Whoa, you can tell me that these things don't matter, but I know that you like high prices and things that are stylish. I wanna tell you throw it in the bag, but baby I don't got it like that. I got good manners and I got love for you. It don't pay the bills, but shorty, you need to know that you're expensive. Again, long story short, basically saying, I'm a good person. I don't have all the money to afford all the super stylish and expensive things that are so trendy. And if you have all these designer names and expensive stuff, then that shows that, that you're in the money and that you can do all this, that, and the other, right? But like the perspective on that is like, there's a saying that goes that the person with the most money is still poorer than a man on the street, because not really in reality, but as far as the saying goes, like people who have more money will spend more money. Like the more money you get, the bigger house you're gonna want, the fancier cars you're gonna want, the nicer clothes you're gonna want to go buy. Where, somebody with six figures could be living the same lifestyle as somebody who makes $35,000 a year and live the lavish life on a budget, and have so much money saved up. But everyone's always stuck on, I have $5,000 this month. Not me, just hire people. I got $5,000 this month. I have to spend all $5,000. I gotta go buy clothes. I gotta go do all this cool stuff and show everybody that I have this money. But at the end of the month, what do you got? Nothing. Yeah, no money. So what's that show? You got to invest. And the best way to do that is when you have a girl, the girl or guy, works either way. Don't spend your money on trivial things that, like Christmas, if you got kids, how long is it, all the money you spend on these toys, how long until those kids could care less about those toys? But you spent all that money, right? Spend money on things that matter, that's going to last for a long time. That's all I'm saying. And when it comes to relationships, it should be the person, not the material,
nigga not broke, no. You just like that good shit. Popping bottles like scammers in Brooklyn. Girl, your taste will send me to bookings. Ask me if you're worth it, I say yes. Don't care what they say like Kanye West, but I just want you to like me for me. Can't you see that? Money make the world go round, yeah. Who you gonna do that fly shit with? If it's not me, then I don't know. Other niggas don't know your worth.
I'm gonna take that back a little bit because I just want to listen to that again.
Say like Kanye West, but I just want you to like me for me. Can't you see that? Money make the world go round, yeah. Who you gonna do that fly shit with? If it's not me, then I don't know. Other niggas don't know your worth.
So he's literally saying the same thing, just in like, but continuing the story. Like the whole story is like basically everything I've hit on is the whole story of this song. Just talking to this girl, saying, you know, why, you know, I'm a good guy. If you leave me, you know, I can't guarantee you that there's gonna be another guy out there who's gonna be spending all this money on you, you know, or have the money to spend on you. But that doesn't mean that I still want to spend all this money on you. I have money available. I'm not broke. Like you said, I'm not broke. But, you know, I can afford some of this stuff.
Shit like a queen, shit like that don't make you feel you're riding in the beam. Drop top skirt, you up something mean. Hope it's making sense to you, cause you like high prices and things that are stylish. And I wanna sit throw it in the bag, baby, don't got it like that. I got good manners and I got love for you. You don't pay the bills, but shorty, you need to know that you're expensive. Yeah, I will let her know you go in the bag. Would you pick a good man in the bag? I don't got it right now, you're expensive. Yeah, I'ma get it for you one day. Good love, you can swipe away. For that girl, you never gotta pay.
I'm saying that, you know, I can get it for you someday, basically saying, you know, give me time and I can afford all these things that you're wanting that I can't afford right now. It's kind of like the not in the same, wow, I had the word and then it disappeared. Not in the same effect, but that wasn't the word, but not in the same effect, but like if you know anything about like the story of the relationship between like President Obama and Michelle Obama, they were together for like, I think since they were like school, like high school or maybe college, and he didn't really have much growing up, if I remember. Don't quote me. This is just I've said before, some of the stories I tell on real life events, I may have some of the details wrong. This is just what I remember. President Obama didn't really have much growing up or like going through college or whatever, and she stayed loyal. Michelle Obama stayed loyal to him throughout his entire, you know, growth, and then he became president, you know, and I think that's one of the most worthwhile, or in comparison to the song, one of the most expensive things you can spend on somebody is your time, and the reward for the money spent is seeing success. So, because time is something you can't get back. I wish the movie was a little bit older. I just went and saw Endgame, and there was a line in there. Let me see if I can unspoiler the line. Somebody had said that what was it? All the money in the world can't bring moments back. So like I could spend my entire paycheck as soon as I get it, cash a check, it's in the bank, and I could spend it 10 minutes later on somebody. But I can't get back a single moment with that person, you know. So that's the best monetary investment you can make with somebody, is just spend your time with them. All right, and that was Devvon Terrell, Too Expensive. Let me just double check here. He's got Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and he's got his own website too, devvonterrell.com with 2 V's. I don't see. Oh, produced by Vega Wins. Shout out to Vega Wins. Yeah, it seems like all of his the 6 recent videos he's done, and probably going into the future, a lot of his tracks are very much more like R&B kind of stuff, lo-fi R&B music, and it's something that I really like. Like those 6 songs, I could stick them into a little playlist, keep adding the ones that keep coming on. That would be just like my chill music, walking around just vibing. I'm really glad to see Devvon Terrell doing music again. I think he just kind of needed to. I think he was under a lot of pressure, and kind of needed to just take a brief hiatus and kind of move into a lane that he wanted to move into. That he didn't need to pander to whoever anymore. You know, it's difficult when you're trying to grow a fan base or a community, you know, because we're at the end of the day, we're all influencers. I'm an influencer. Devvon Terrell's an influencer, all the way up to PewDiePie is an influencer. News anchors, even though a lot of their stuff is scripted and they're just a face for the screen, they're influencers. There's so many people out there, and with so many different people trying to influence a portion of the fan base, it's really hard to grow being yourself. At the very least, it takes a very long time. So like myself, I'm doing my best to be just me from the jump anyways. But as far as the pandering for me as a new growing channel, I have to make sure that I'm pandering to what's hot right now. Like, even if it's not necessarily, I'm not going to say it's not something I like, but if there's a song that somebody suggests I'm not really interested in, I'm still going to react to it, because I want to make sure that that the fan base and the community is, the listeners, the viewers are satisfied. You know, that they're getting what they're asking for, and that's the service that we provide. You know, all reactors or gaming channels. You know, the vloggers. You know, there's so many different sections of YouTube, and they all have to pander to their community. And I think Devvon Terrell was under so much pressure trying to do that while he built up, that he needed to take some time off, and now he's at the point where he's able to do his own thing, even if it doesn't necessarily, because Futuristic did the same thing too. It may not generate as much of a buzz, but when you have a core fan base, the people who you could do no wrong kind of people, you know, they're still going to stick by you, and those are the most important kinds of people. So I was one of those people, and because I was trying to do my own research into like the rap and hip hop communities, I started looking into different pieces and branched out to do my own research and stuff, and so I kind of faded away from people like Devvon Terrell, Futuristic, Ali Tamanique, you know, people like that, like smaller YouTube based rappers, you know. And when I finally came back and started looking at like reactions and stuff, I was discovering even more YouTube YouTube based rappers, and I myself was one, wasn't very good, but I've grown a lot with my music, and I'm hoping to start coming out with a lot better stuff in the future. But for now, I'm just doing my reactions. I'm building, pandering, growing. So with all that said, make sure that you hit that subscribe button and that notification bell. Join the notification gang. I'm going to be getting a new venue soon, hopefully, in the next week or 2 or 3. Still kind of shopping around, trying to find the best place. Building a computer so I could start adding the music video into my video so you can see what I'm looking at. And I think that's everything for now. Alright guys, I appreciate you hanging out with me, and I will see you in the next video. If you have any requests, put them down in the comments, or you have anything to say, just let me know. Appreciate you guys.